so.
I don't know if they're on right now. Checking out. I know this is a really, really popular commander.
Okay, so I'm changing it back to types so that we can see it easier.
All right.
Do they have the combos? No. Okay, we're putting in the combo because they're a pretty budget.
Like freed from the real
Free
and
from the real and Pemdem Zora, yeah. Yeah, it's only $3. It's not that bad. How do you? It's right there.
I think it's two. Oh, wait,
it's right there. We're good. And this is only $4 now. Not bad. Oh, this is your deck? Oh, cool.
Oh, sweet deal. Okay. Did you have a budget idea for this? Oh, yeah, you saw the two cards we had, Freed from the Real and Pim and Zara, and you see why that kind of goes...
Do you understand that it goes infinite with the commander? Because the commander, if you notice the wording, it doesn't have to be used for an X spell. It's just add 2 mana of any one color. So with Pemdem Zora and Freed from the Real, you make infinite blue. And then when you make infinite blue, you can make infinite of any other color. Because then you use the blue to untap it and make different colors. So it makes infinite mana.
So infinite X spells, whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so and they're only a combined total of $7 for both of them. One of them is $3 now. This used to be the expensive one, and now it's only $4.
So are you keeping it within the Hydra feel? Or just like X spells? Because I see there is a lot of Hydras in the list, so I was figuring that's kind of where you were going more towards, and keeping it like Hydra tribal.
What a card!
Yeah. Hydra kids, Hydra wife, because they noodle everybody up in here.
Derek and I love a Hydra Crisis.
Yeah, I love Gargos. I tried to build him a lot. He's got the Fanatic of Ronus in there, the new one. Love that card.
Oh, the tap for 4. Oh, what a card! This card's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how good this card is with Hex Drinker in Legacy right now? They're doing some stupid shit with that.
Oh, the one card I think he could probably add to this list is the Ozolith, like the original Ozolith. I know it's a really expensive card. If you're gonna like look into like a cool upgrade.
Do you want the Ozolith?
I went with Hydras because they have a lot of X, but I'm happy to optimize it as a pure deck for 500 or less.
500 or less is a really good price. We're definitely fitting the Ozolith.
And the Ozolith still works in it because if any of your Hydras die with their counters, you get to regrow them.
Ozolith is expensive, but it still works.
He's got that one. Is there a Primordial Hydra? That's the one I think that doubles its counters every turn.
No,
that's what I would get. Because it's both an X spell, and it just every turn doubles how many it has.
Primordial?
Yeah. At the beginning of your upkeep, double the number of +1 counters on Primordial Hydra.
Yeah, this. Do you know this? Hydras are fun. Listen, if you want to build, it doesn't have to be optimal. Like, this deck will work, like, no matter how you build it, because it makes a lot of big tokens.
And just it's just like Hydras all around. Can you go down to enchantments?
Wait, also, oh yeah, there were some enchantments that I was thinking as well.
Yeah, Primordial Hydra is really cool. He's actually down in price because of reprinting. He used to be actually kind of pricey, so like a $7 upgrade, because I still have the Kalania Hydra in there that doubles all the counters.
Okay, really nice. I was going to ask if he had the Elemental Bonds.
And he has Grook's Uprising. There's Tribute to the...
Yeah, we'll check the price on Tribute to the World Tree, because it is technically a little bit better. Here, let's look at the price. It is $9. Do you want this or no?
It's just another draw.
It's a better Elemental Bond. But you play them all because the best way for you to draw is play things like this.
Yeah, so you basically get to constantly recycling your creatures, and if you get more than one of these in play, every creature ends up netting you more. So I said, yes, add it.
Okay.
So it is expensive.
$9. Yeah.
But no, I'm talking about a card that is really really cool in here is Kodama of the West Tree. Because all of your creatures are modified because they have +1 counters. But Kodama is like a $20 card. It's the West Tree, yeah. Because modified creatures deal damage.
Remember when I was saying +1 counters are like the second most played deck in the format? Mm-hmm. This is one of the cards that's played in it.
So, because all your Hydras, because of the X, they have counters on them.
We'll cut things. We're just showing you cards first.
And also, half your Hydras have trample and are huge, so you start swinging, you start land ramping, and every time you land ramp means that your X spells just get better.
Mm-hmm. Do you want this or no?
It is a little bit pricier.
Also, if you don't play a lot of basics, then it might not. I have to look at the land base first. 17 force. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Sure.
Again, I don't want to go too crazy in price, but they're another.
Well, yeah, we're only at $369 right now. You said as long as it's under 500, yeah.
Roaming Throne. Is Roaming Throne in here? Because it is a Hydra. Your commander trigger twice, and every other Hydra that has an effect that's either triggered or triggered ability of every Hydra would trigger a second time.
Oh no, it's not here. Okay, yeah, let's show you. Roaming Throne is the dumb.
Roaming Throne? Because it doubles. So again, imagine your commander, right? You play. It's a Hydra, so it doubles triggered abilities of.
Here.
So under battle, choose a creature type. You choose Hydra. It enters as a Hydra with Ward 2. If a trigger ability of another creature you control triggers, if it's of the chosen trigger, it triggers additional time. So again, if you play an X spell, your commander will make 2 tokens instead of 1. But so you're like, oh, why not just run a token doubler? Well, let's look at your other creatures and what they do, because Roaming Throne trigger will work with every Hydra in your deck if they have an effect. So let's take a quick look, Tom. Do a quick ad for that real quick. If we could put it, we'll cut it out if we really want to run it. So let's go look at the first one. Enters the battlefield. Wait, scroll up a little bit. So first Hydra enters the battlefield with X+1 counter. If one or more +1 counters we put on another creature you control, put many on +1 counters instead. If is a triggered ability, that would trigger an additional time. The second one is not. The fungus would not. Gargos. If a creature you control becomes a target of a spell, it fights one target creature. That would also trigger an additional time. Whenever Golden Hide when you cast a spell, that wouldn't work because it's not in play. Goldvein Hydra, when it dies, create a number of tapped treasures equal to its power. That would also happen twice because it will trigger twice. So you see what I'm saying? Where like it makes all these Hydras, if they have an effect, happen more than one. Oh, go to Hydra Omnivore. That would happen twice. Whenever it deals damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent. That's a triggered ability. So if you did 8 damage to one player, you would deal 16 damage to everybody else.
Yep.
Because of Roaming Throne. Hydroid Krasis, I believe it's an ETB effect? Or is it a cast effect?
Cast. Oh, okay, enters. No, it gets the counters, though. I think all the Hydras have ETB and counters, and that works.
No, they enter with. It's not enter the battlefield, they enter with. Colonia Hydra, attack double the counters. That would happen twice. So you go ×2 ×2. Managorger Hydra, you would get 2 counters every spell.
Mm-hmm.
Leftblood Hydra, you would draw double. Primordial Hydra, it doubles its counters twice. So you see how I'm saying where all these effects. Roaming Throne, it's almost like you're running every time you play a creature with an effect that's like triggered. It's like you're playing 2 of them. You're getting a copy, and that's why Roaming Throne is so good, because all these abilities will happen more than once.
Where it's especially gross is like in Miriam, like the commander that makes copies of dragons. Yeah, anything that's an ETB gets doubled. So yeah, there's a lot. Like Roaming Throne is really gross in a lot of archetypes. Okay.
So yeah, and that's my rant about why I love that card. Okay.
What about like a blue sun? So you can kill everybody. Blue sun?
Oh, just yeah. I mean, blue sounds good.
So after you make infinite mana, like you have to have a way to kill people, and Blue Sun Zenith is like a good way to do that. It's just a recurable. You can target yourself first to draw your whole deck, then it's the last card in your deck, and you draw, and then you deck them out.
Well, let's just go through it real quick. I just wanted to take another looks through everything.
And worst comes to worst, Roaming Throne works with your commander, so it's always gonna make the double of the tokens, which is how you're gonna kill people a lot of the games. And double of the tokens means you draw more with the elemental bonds, and So the instance.
Is there Savala in this list?
Oh, Heart of the Wild? No.
I thought I saw it.
No, we should play it. No, it would be here.
Oh, okay, yeah, because equals mana equal to the greatest power of creatures you control.
And you have some things that get ginormous.
Which also goes infinite with the Penman's Aura.
Yes, and so free from the rail.
So it's another redundancy.
Yeah.
So it's another. Again, this is also really cool with your X spells because the bigger your spells get, the more mana she makes. So that means the next spell you cast gets that much bigger.
Also, you might draw if it's the biggest
definitely
thing.
Will. Because the way you think of it, Tom, is like you pay X mana and like the biggest creature you have in play, it comes out as like a 10/10, right? You would draw a card. Next turn, she would make 10 mana plus the mana that you originally had to make that creature, which would be now the biggest creature, which would draw you a card again, unless it's Primordial Hydra and it's like a 50-50.
Yep.
And also combos with Penman's Aura and Freed from the Real again, because it's any combination of colors. So you can make always make at least one blue, and that way, if you don't have your commander, now those cards have an additional synergy. So you have a little bit of redundancy where if your commander gets dealt with, you have two combo pieces on both sides. So it's a little bit. You have a little bit more consistency with it.
I'd run a little bit more draw as well. Oh, Tragic Slip. The classic.
Yeah. Another expensive card, but like in Garruk's wake.
That's a card.
Yeah, it's Cyclonic Rift is also always really good in any type of blue deck. I know it's an expensive card, but it's like another one-sided board wipe, and usually if you get a good Cyclonic Rift, like with your creatures, you're just going to end up winning the game. It's basically a I win the game card.
Yeah.
What do they have? What else do they have ramp-wise?
Arcane Signet, Soul Ring.
I think I'm Fanatic.
This. Biophagus.
Dire Sage is really cool in this deck because it's going to constantly evolve.
Yep. Kami.
Nexus. Okay.
This can get lands.
Secure Tribal, Savala.
This.
And any instant or sorcery versions.
Yeah, there was. I saw. Or no, I guess not.
I go down to source.
I did see. Speed. I saw Cultivate, Kodama's, Nature's Law,
Okay.
Rampant.
With how big its commander is, yeah, I saw that too. Yeah. Amethyst Awakening is pretty cool too. I also think that a really cool one you could also run is Entis Restoration, just because your command it works on just your commander, and almost all your hydras are going to be bigger than. Like if you're making 3/3 hydras, I feel like you're struggling. So if there are at least 4 or more, you're going to get Entis Restoration to work.
Yeah, you know this card?
It is a newer card, and I do really like this card. Now again, also keep in mind everything that we say and everything that we suggest is our opinions on it. You don't have to do any of them if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And you could kind of build and mix and match any ideas that we put in with what you want and what you prefer and what's good for like your group of people that you play with.
Hmm.
Because like the Ozlith is really good, but if you play a bunch of people who never run removal, then it's not very good. As much as great a card it is, but I figured that people are going to still run removal. He said maybe board it.
Maybe board.
The Entish.
It's in my opinion better than Rampant Growth because it gets 2 lands. Because it gets 3 lands, so it's at instant speed. So it's better than Rampant Growth, which gets 1.
Oh, go down to Silver Scrutiny. You may answer me. Me guess as though I had flash if X is 3 or less, draw X cards. What was it? Pull from tomorrow is basically the same thing, except you don't have to worry about the 3 or less. Except you just have to discard a card. Because I like Silver Screen, just the awkwardness of it is. Make Silver Screen if X is 3 or less. But I guess if you're doing a big draw, I don't know, because you could sometimes do it off your turn. But then you only get to draw 3. But I feel like this deck's not going to struggle with mana with like our commander. And Torrent to Hailfire definitely could just win the game.
I don't know about Exsanguinate as much though. This one you have to put in almost 40 life. But if you're playing the infinite combo now, then having these as like a win con seems fine. Because Exsanguinate could be like an infinite way to get life back, so it makes them a lot better. But I agree with Derek that a pull from tomorrow or just another draw like a Stroke of Genius is a little better than the Scrutiny. Oh no, what's that new one that if you cast your commander you get a free draw? There's an even better one than Stroke.
So
Commander's Insight.
Yeah, if your opponent allows it to resolve, tournament rarely gets to resolve at my table, even when the blue players are tapped out. Yeah, because it is basically just like it's like a Crater Hoof. It's like I'm playing this card, I am presenting lethal, and people usually try to have something to hold it.
Yeah, so this is the one that I like, Commander's Insight. You draw an additional card for each time you've cast your commander.
So yeah, it's Blue Sun without shuffling back in with a little extra.
But you always want to play Blue Sun in a deck that makes infinite mana and like uses instant sorceries in some way. So like Blue Sun's just really good in your deck because it lets you draw, it goes back in the deck, and then it makes a giant thing. And then also if you need to kill someone, you can.
No, here's how. So you make infinite mana. You Blue Sun Zenith yourself for the exact amount of cards in your deck. It goes to it shuffles into the deck. It's the only one. You have one of your draw effects that when you play a creature. So you play just one of the creatures in your hands. You draw Blue Sun Zenith. Target opponent for like 10,000. Blue Sun goes back in, and you repeat that process. Is usually how you would do it.
Because in case there is some reason why you can't kill them with this or that, like if they have something that like prevents them from taking damage, or like if they have something that like it just doesn't work for some weird reason, or they're at an absurd amount of life and they don't die to it. Yeah, you could do that. Okay.
There's anything else I would really like want to play. Oh, does he have? Oh no,
If your opponent
elemental spout.
allows it to resolve, Torment rarely gets to resolve at my table when the blue players are tapped out. You could play stuff that makes your spells uncounterable, or just play something.
What's the giant dude that makes spells that cost 5 or greater can't be countered and cost less?
Oh
'Cause
yeah, Thrak
he
or yeah, what's his name? Something with it.
let me look him up real quick. I know he's mono blue because he'll be a reduction for your hydras in a lot of situations.
It's any spell, Derek, that costs
I
five.
know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, but I'm saying for where is he? Where is he?
He's also really budget too. I have him in my Emoti deck because he makes all spells cost 5 or less.
Yeah, it's Thrix. It's Thryx, and he has flash, so you can play him off your turn. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, suppose you cast with mana value 5 or greater, costs 1 less, and can't be countered.
Yeah, here, look. Do you know this guy?
So when you do your Torment to Hailfire for a lot of mana, they can't counter it because its mana value is what X is. He says, sadly, I do need to go. You can drop me a DM with the updated deck lists when you're done. I trust you.
Okay.
All right, cool.
All right.
Take it easy. Thanks for hanging out and chatting for the night.
All right.
Well,
later. Have a good one.
Peace.
Yes, this is definitely going in. And then we should probably just cut cards. What's
there's
up?
one more card I was thinking about. It was Elementalist Palette. It's when we cast a spell with X.
Oh, that was the card I was trying to think of. I knew there was some mana rock.
Because you put 2 charge counters on it, and then you add colors for each charge counter on it.
Doesn't that come with the precon?
Was that the? Yeah, it came in that deck. Is that worse? It's just a mana rock.
Yeah, I think that's like an easy cut for like an arcane signet or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think an arcane signet comes out. Do we think this deck's really an Ozolith deck?
I would only say because it is +1 counter themed. Like he went Hydras, he's running stuff like Corpse Jack Menace and stuff that cares about counters.
Right, but like, what is his deck doing with +1 counters other than just making things bigger? And then, like, it's not like a +1 counters deck where you put it on something, you get to draw a million cards or make a million tokens, right?
You just get to kill people.
Yeah, but he's already going to do that.
Trample.
He's already going to do that though because he can make so much mana, you know.
True. Every token he makes has +1 counters on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I just think that he doesn't have a lot of +1 counter payoffs, is what I'm saying.
It's mostly just big creature with trample.
Do these work with Hydras?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Corpse Jack works with Hydras because it sees the enter with the counters and it's like double it.
Also, I do prefer an Archetype over a Herald. Right? If you're going to be attacking.
Wait, what was that?
Archetype of Imagination. It's just strictly better.
Oh, yeah. Because it's everything. It gives them flying. Your opponents lose flying, which makes... Yeah.
To pay one more mana for an Archetype is just strictly better.
I think it's 2 more. I think Archetype is 6.
No, yeah, but even 2 more for like a strictly... It's just strictly better. And it's also $4 cheaper. Because again, what did I say? +1 counters decks are like one of the most played Archetype in the game. What things do I not like?
So let's go to the top of creatures though, because there's a lot of creatures in here. So
I like all these, right?
Yeah.
Or do I? Yeah. I guess. The thing is, like, are the hardening scales effects like this good in this deck? I don't know. Like, I feel like he's trying to be like a +1 counter deck with Hydras, and it's not like his commander's just going to make big ass creatures that can kill people. Like, is one additional counter like really going to kill people, right?
That's true. It's really not.
I feel like it's not really going to make that much of a damage. Like, you're going to make like a 20/20, and then you should play Sun Quan and Archetype and just kill them, right? Like, you're going to have plenty of damage. I don't think the additional +1 counters matter, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, because or you way you could also think about it, it makes it like your Hydras have a reduction cost of 1 because you're getting one more counter at it for 1 less
But
mana.
it's not. But it's not,
but
though.
yeah,
It's not. It's really not, though.
well,
I just think that Corpse Jack Menace and the Snake, like, this is
I would run Corpse Jack because it doubles the counters. Now doubling,
Oh,
because that's
does
works with
it?
the commander. Yeah,
Oh,
Corpse
does
Jack
it?
is double.
Oh,
Yeah, it's twice that many. That's why
okay,
Corpse
that's
Jack
different.
is gross. So going like 6 mana, getting a 12/12 is like
that's different.
yeah. That's Corpse Jack is one word.
Oh, and I mean, obviously, like a doubling season, if we can fit that. It's this, right? This?
Yeah, that's just a weird. That's just a weird artwork for it. Oh, I think because you maybe boarded it. Yeah, so that's the original artwork for it. Which I think that's a better artwork, honestly.
Okay. And
Let's
this,
go back up.
hold on, the Snake is not good, right? It's just one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't like the +1 effects because it's not as good as they think it is. Because it's good with stuff that makes mana, like it's good with stuff like
Yeah,
like this, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the +1 counter stuff is just not as good in a deck like this, right?
See, Branching Evolution I like because it's double.
Yeah, that's double.
Adana's Climb I'm not as... what's the transform side? So, giving it fly... But I think we're already kind of doing it. Yeah, we're already going to have big creatures, so I don't think we need that. What's the thing next to it? The inn?
Did I hit Sun Quan? Okay.
Yeah.
The inn? Which one? This?
Yeah.
At the beginning of each combat, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Permanents you control with counters have ward 1. If one or more... Oh, this is the... oh my god.
Okay.
This is the, what's the creature that does this? Foreign Collects. Does that work with Hydras?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then, this is a twice that many. Does that work with Hydras?
If one or more counters with on a permanent player, put twice that maybe each count. Yeah.
Does that work even with cast as?
No, because they cast and they enter with the counters, and just like because just how planeswalkers work, they enter with their counters, and that's how Parallel Lives doubles the counters on planeswalkers.
He said keep it under 500, right? So we're putting in doubling season.
And I think we get rid of Primal Vigor.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it affects other players. And it does the same thing, so we'll swap that out.
Okay.
Simic Ascendancy.
Wait,
let me read that one.
How much is Foreign Collects? Because that works as well, right?
That I think he's pricey because it's counters.
It's Monster Trader, right? Foreign Collects.
I think so.
Is this one the Vortex?
No, that's Monstrous Vortex.
Oh, this is kind of cool, though. Whenever you cast a creature spell with power 5 or greater, discover X where X is that spell's mana value. No, it's actually not good in a deck that plays a lot of X spells.
Yeah.
Well, you can... remember, discovers add to hand, but it's not that good.
So yeah, Vornclex. I think it's it's an I. Vorin. Monstrous Raider, there he is. Oof. $48.
Yep, I mean $450. That's not bad. But yeah, like those are much better than playing the things that just put additional counters. Here, let's go through all the creatures and see if there's any of that stuff that's doing that.
All right, let's go to the top. Yeah, because I want to go through creatures one at a time.
Because I also don't think that, like... No, I guess these are fine, because, like, you can cast them with... See, I like... These are fine, because they're at least a mana rock, right? And then they're being used to give an additional counter. These are fine, because at worst, they're mana, right?
Mm-hmm.
At worst, you can use them for other spells. So, yeah, those are staying.
I just want to go through all the Hydras. So we have
Yes.
Fnatic Rose, I like. We got Gargros, I like because it's a reduction cost.
Yep.
Genesis Hydra, I like.
Mhm.
Gold Vein, I like because that if it dies, you just get a bunch of mana. So I like
Gargros?
this row.
Okay.
We like the Sky Ravager. With whenever that creature dies, if it had a +1 counter on it, put a +1 counter on this. When it dies, create an XX Black Hydra.
Maybe we aim X spells in creature deck. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
I think because we're less from just the individual counter stuff with like Grakmaw, I think he could come out.
Oh, you don't like Grak? Gotcha. I agree. He's one of the weaker ones.
We did put in some Hydras.
Mm-hmm.
Dire Sage I like because it's going to constantly evolve and get bigger and end up tapping for like 5 or 6 mana or more.
I like all these.
Wait, stay up. I just want to read the other Hydras. Hungering Hydra and about X counters on it can't be blocked.
Maybe Kurama's the same way. Like or do we still like...
No, because they're all modified. So if they ever deal damage, it's just ramp.
Yeah, and we did add Sanquan and Archetype, so
I like Krasis. Let me see in Ingenious Prodigy. It is an X spell.
This. Skulk, when it enters with the 1/1 counters on it at the beginning of your upkeep, if it has one or more counter on it, you may remove one from it, draw a card. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's just an extra draw each turn.
No, I like that, yeah.
And with Colonia Hydra, if it attacks, it just doubles.
No, that's good. I like that.
Yeah. I like all this. Lifeblood Hydra.
Where's that? Oh, down here. Yep.
Yeah. You gain life and draw that many cards.
What does this do exactly?
It gives your basic lands to add 2 mana to cast X spells.
Oh, so okay. We should play that then. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. He's playing a lot of basics, so.
So while Mana Gorger is really cool, it does get really big though. That's the thing in that Mana Gorger. It gets really big. Very rarely does it ever not get big.
And we're playing all the doublers, remember? So.
Yeah. Primordial Hydra we added.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Roaming Throne. Mm-hmm. Protein Hydra I like.
Whenever you cast a creature spell with 5 or greater out of the field with additional X1 counters on it, where X is the mana value -4. That's pretty good.
So you do like 8 mana. You go -4.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then it's a mana rock at worst?
And then creatures you control with 3 or more +1 counters on them have haste.
Have haste?
So it's a haste enabler, a mana rock, and a buff. Yeah. It's really good in X cards.
I don't think I'm a fan of Stone Cold Servant. It's not a Hydra, and it doesn't. It's not good.
Mother Goose is alright.
What is this? Oh yeah, Mother Goose enters with X1 counters on it. When it enters, create half X flood tokens rounded up. What are flood tokens? Food tokens.
Yeah, and then whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a food to draw a card.
Yeah, it's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fun. What does this do? Add red add green or blue. Spend this mana only to cast mana value 5 or greater or spells with X in their. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Or let's just draw a card, discard a card.
This card's insane. We don't have to talk about this. This should go in everyone's deck, every green deck now, but I just don't want to buy them for every deck. Like, this card's just fucking unreal. Like, I would play this over an Arcane Signet every fucking day of the week, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, it is just a strict upgrade.
Ferocious Hydra is gross. I love Ferocious Hydra.
Yes. It's very good. What is this one?
Destroys all creatures with flying. You put +1 counter for each creature.
Oh, can't play that! We can't play that. That's an combo with Archetype.
Right. So that it's true. It is.
Do we care though? Like, do we just keep this, and we just make sure we don't play them together?
Here's the thing: if we have flying, we don't need. Whip Tongue is basically a board wipe to get rid of flying creatures. if we have the archetype, we don't need it, so
Yep.
we don't play it. It's not an X spell, so it doesn't really.
Yep.
It's literally a utility card to get rid of issues.
All right.
Uh,
So what's this? Communal Brewing. When it enters, any number of target opponents each draw. Nope, we're cutting it.
nope.
Put an ingredient counter on it, and whenever you cast a creature spell that enters with an additional X, put additional 1/1 counters on it, where X is the number of ingredient counters on brewing.
So basically,
It's a one-time, but people could just not draw, and then it does nothing, right?
no. So it's when it enters any number of target opponents each draw a card. So you choose them, and they
it
actually.
forces them to do it.
So
So
basically,
it can get up to 3 counters.
And things enter. Then your creatures enter with 3 additional counters on them.
No, I don't think we need this. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Wait, how much do we have to cut before we get crazy? All right, 6. We're in the enchantments.
If so elemental bond stays,
Yeah, free.
freeze in the rail that and keepers I like.
Simic Ascendancy's fine. That's a win con. You remember Simic Ascendancy, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, you could have a Kalani Hydra and play Simic Ascendancy and then attack and win, but you have to get your...
remember, also your Hydras that you make are... So if you make infinite mana, Simic Ascendancy, you just win the game, so...
You do have to wait until your upkeep to win, though.
That's fine, whatever. What does that even mean?
And Unbound Flourishing and Tribute, I think, have to stay.
Yeah, in this. Obviously, this card's insane.
Yeah, so I think all this stays, so let's...
Dude, even the +3 to put counters on stuff, and all your stuff with counters have Ward 1, this is the reason why they banned fast mana. This mechanic right here. They're like, nah, it's not going to be hexproof. No, we can keep hexproof in the game. It's not going to be that bad. Look, guys, it's Ward. It's not hexproof. Ugh.
Oh, my favorite interaction is playing a spell that can't be countered and targeting a warded creature with it and not paying. Like,
all right, I'm gonna cut the Tragic Flip. It's a meme. Even though, as much as I love that card.
Yeah. So let's go to the top. Let's go to the top end and go through these.
What is this?
Return X creature cards from your graveyard to your hand.
That's fine. That's fine. I like this. It gets them back to your hand so you can recast X spells. I think this is fine.
Erebos' intervention is the card I think you go. It's a target creature gets -X. So it's a kill spell, and which is most of the time where you're going to use it.
Heroic Intervention should just probably be a counterspell. Like, what are you going to use Heroic Intervention with that, like, a counterspell is not going to do it, you know?
What's that one? Supreme Verdict.
Yeah. But there are counterspells.
Atheist.
No, there are counterspells that stop Supreme Verdict, aka Raman.
Oh, yeah.
That they just replay it.
Shit! Go sit on a jar.
There's summary dismissal.
No, I saw this compilation of people reacting to like offensive AI Disney movies. It was and so one of them was just like a guy sitting there holding a glass jar, and it was just called Jar. I was like,
Derek, this is a Rich Cars and a Return of the Wild Speaker deck if I've ever seen one. Right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Daddy, please.
I said it. Bitch, you know it.
All right, I think Mother Goose is a little too cute. I think Rich Cars and Return of the Wild Speaker is just going to do a lot better.
Yeah.
How much more do we need to cut? 5.
I still think we have enough creatures.
What is this? Permanents you control with counters on them gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to those. Oh, that's good. And proliferate because we make tokens.
Yeah, I think we could cut the rapid hybridization. I think just having the one removal is like, just make it either another counterspell or just don't run it.
Go.
There's a lack of counterspells in this deck, but it's whatever.
I think Silk Guard goes and we play.
It's like, yeah.
I think we just need to play some counters.
Let's go down to sorceries. Let's see what they have in sorcery side before we get to. Open the Ways is kind of gross. There is a lot of ramp in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with how much actual like physical ramp is here, I think we actually get cut Sakura Tri-Builder.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
So I think it actually is more valuable to have the ramp spells with X than it is Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have like these big like X ramp spells that can get a lot of lands, like the Animus
Oh,
card or
this
the
is
other one.
also an indestructible because most of them are
Yeah,
going to have counters, but yeah, this seems good. I like this card actually. It's a fog heroic intervention. That's
hmm
really good. They printed this in Fallout. What the fuck?
yeah. It has to be stuff with counters where it makes it worse.
I think I'm really not a fan of. I mean, I guess March is
It,
fine.
it's like to protect yourself, and it's an X spell. But again, like if you're worrying about a board wipe, I guess in that situation, like
Also,
you like.
let's cut a land for Balaged.
Okay.
Obviously. 36 lands. What a good person with about their lands.
They do have just one random fetch land in there, or two.
Ooh.
Misty Break, Eggunt. Yeah.
They're fine. People can play fetch lands if they want. It's fine.
I like it's like almost all basic, but then two fetches.
It's because of Hold on, there was a reason. It's because of the guy that makes them cost two.
Oh, right, because you want
Yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
basic.
You
Right.
want to run a lot of basics because
Gotcha.
he will get out of hand really fast.
Okay,
I mean,
that makes sense.
it's gonna struggle in a 3-color deck. Because you're not gonna have good mana. Oh, you want to know what we should play if they're gonna do that? Like a chromatic lantern, you think?
No, honestly,
To help?
I think we just popped out the two. I don't know. Maybe the fetch lands are still worth it.
No, he doesn't need the fetch lands. He's only playing one fetch. He's only playing 2 legal targets, and they're only getting basics.
Well, yeah, and everything else is basic.
Like, if you want to play a budget land base, there's other options. Like, you should play pain lands. You know?
But again, you are right where you just want a high like.
Like,
You know, you, can also,
you don't need these.
you know, you could also run as Foreboding Landscape, which is those weird like terramorphic. It's the weird terramorphic land that gets like that has cycling.
Wait,
gets
wait, what did I just cut? Hold on. I think I just cut the wrong thing.
Oh, you cut Overgrown Tomb.
Yeah, let me put that back.
Doesn't even have a Reliquary Tower in there.
Yes. Let's add a reliquary.
Another really cool card you can run is Karn's Bastion for 4 mana, just proliferate.
Reliquary. Oh yeah, and Karn's Bastion. Yeah, those are both good.
So I know it's less basics for what's his face, but like in theory, there might be a situation where you still like you never run out of base. Like there's basics still in your deck.
Hmm.
I think just changing to for a few utility lands still makes it worth it. Like you don't want to build your entire land base around one card that turns them all. Because sometimes you're going to have a lot of spells that like have multicolors, or you want other colors, and you don't want to use them just as colorless.
Yeah.
Is there any cool planeswalkers that would be cool for this deck? Not really.
So we're at 102. I think this could also be a counterspell, I'm gonna be honest. Like, there should be some counterspells in here, you know?
Mm. Now there are X ones, but I don't know. Maybe it's just good to have just straight hard counters, like just straight counterspell.
Yeah, counterspell, and I like Plasm Capture.
Or we have room for mana drain.
And I guess Plasm Capture as well.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a third.
Because also those are nice, giving you mana so that you get to play like bigger spells. Also, go down to his instance of sorceries. I know he had some like removal spells that were in black, right?
No.
No, that just returns them to your hand.
Oh yeah, this is a cool one.
Yeah, that one
Then
is
counter
very
up
good.
to one target spell unless its controller pays mana equal to yeah. Do we like this, or should we just play like a
No,
hard?
no, I like that because again, at worst, it's just putting a lot of counters and making another creature. Because again, that's one of the ways you're going to win is making X creatures. So I think having that in there, I actually think we could cut like a rampant growth. I think we have more than enough like
Yeah, because all the creatures that do it. Yeah, and our commander is a fucking mana rock.
Mm-hmm. Banana.
Hold on one sec, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, Genesis Hydra is cool. Because I would say Gen Wave, but because there's so many X creatures,
No,
it's
yeah, no,
probably
it's not gonna be good in here.
see and that's where Genesis Hydra I think is better.
What about the
because
one that you could play in opponent's deck?
I love that card.
Biomass. It's
No, I know exactly what card you're talking about too. It's the Sultai-colored one too. I love that card. Villainous Wealth. But I think because we are focused more into the Hydra comboing, like
yeah,
Hydra and
this
like
can just
spells
go
like,
in the. That's a maybe word.
because like
There's a
what you
version
get.
where this is an instant sorcery tribal.
Yeah, this is much more on the creature side of things.
We gotta cut 3 cards.
We did add a lot of better draw than Silver Scrutiny. I know it's an X card, but I think we have enough. Not every card has to be X, and I think we have, with our other cards, better draw.
I also think Exsanguinate is like.
Less important to win.
I mean, it does give us infinite life when we're going off. I love the Ingrooks Wake, by the way.
Yeah. Did we get rid of the rampant growth?
Yes.
Actually, I think rampant growth might be better than Nature's Lore or 3, because Nature's Lore can only get forest, and we are mostly a basic deck, so we don't have a lot of like it does. I guess it does get the Triome, but if we already hit the Triome with like Farseek, or maybe Farseek's the worst.
I think Intis Restoration is the best.
Yeah.
It's Intis Restoration. It can get 3 basics. It doesn't have to be the same. This is the best one, for sure. This is the best one. Isn't the commander a 4? Or am I remembering wrong? It's a 2.
No.
Yeah, but it makes huge creatures.
But even at worst, Entis Restoration on its own baseline is what, Harrow.
Yes, so that enters tapped.
So it's already like on point with what like other things do anyway.
Mm-hmm.
God, having that do that makes things that cost 5 or less cost 1 less and can't be countered means
Prax
that like
is so nuts.
Imagine like getting to play doubling season without getting countered.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking it's this.
I guess, yeah, because you have to spend a lot of mana on that. We do kind of want to spend a lot of mana on our turn, and holding that open sometimes just feels kind of meh.
I think
keep the
heroic is worse because we added counters and now we still have this.
which
Wait,
that's
hold on.
with,
Permanents you control with counters. So the only difference is this doesn't give you because this gives. Hold on. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. So this is just a better card, right?
well, no, because it's only with counters on, so it doesn't protect our commander. But it does proliferate. That's the trade-off. I think heroic overall is better because it protects all of our creatures that don't have counters on them.
But you know how I am. I think a counterspell is just better than most of these cards because whatever the problem is, it can get countered. And people don't play Supreme Verdict, Derek. People play Farewell. Like they play like
Yeah.
they play
Hey,
like
I play Supreme Verdict. Fuck you.
yeah, you fucking CGB cuck. No, I'm kidding.
You talk about Daddy?
Okay. We have 100. Is there anything else we want to add before we do anything?
I think that's fine.
I think Exsanguinate is only like a win con. It's like an alternate payoff than Torment or like
we
a
get
Blue Sun.
we get I think this deck could generate so much mana that it actually might be very doable. And even if it's just for like a mild amount, like say you do it for like 20 or 12 or something, that makes your Hydras that much more lethal.
Okay.
We got the Mana Dork with the expend.
Okay.
Does he make any color?
Yes.
So he'll cover our black.
Okay. We get our boy out. Actually, we're gonna do. Okay. All right. All right. I think we go for this first.
And level it up. So we want to put a counter on our commander? Is it the first one does? Or
At
is
the
it
beginning of combat, yes. It puts 1/1 counter on target creature. Okay. Then we level it up, and the things with counters have ward.
We can also play
The Biophagus, yes.
Yeah.
No reason. Oh, wait! Our commander tapped for mana as well.
All right, yeah. So we can tap that for 2.
So should we play the... I think the Kami's better.
Yeah.
Kami's better.
Or should we have played that and then put the +1 counter on that instead? Because that will make more mana with more counters on it.
Yeah. But it ends up being the same, yeah.
Well, I mean, for each turn going forward here.
You're right.
Because he taps for 2 regardless.
Okay. All right. And then if we expend 8, we get to return up to 1 target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand.
Should have gotten there yet.
Okay. So... I guess we just Torment? Or we just level this up? I think we just level that up.
Sure, why not? What's the final one do?
It's Vorin Collects.
Play the biophages. Play Cultivate.
And then we still go to the combat and something gets counter, so...
It gets 2 counters because of the thing. Right?
Yes.
So it'd be up to 4.
Oh, and this gives a counter as well. Because it just says, if 1 or more counters would be put on a permanent you control, put that one +1.
Okay.
So yeah, we cultivate, and we get black.
Yeah. And put 1 to our hand. We have drawn a lot of lands this game so far.
Yes.
So put 1 into play tapped.
Okay.
Shuffle up. Do we shuffle?
Okay. I mean, we should Torment at this point.
Is the one thing task for 5 mana?
Yes. Well, we could go to combat first, and it would get bigger. So we go to combat, it gets 3 counters.
2 counters.
No, it's effect. Well,
right, yeah.
It's a hardening scales.
Yeah, right. So is it 5? It'll go to 8. Put 1 more counter on it.
Okay. So we have 1, 2. This is 8, 9. So that's 9, 10, 11,
Yep.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's
Torment for 18. 18 times 3 is lethal in a big way.
okay. And how much do we gain?
Nothing. We don't gain life from Torment.
Oh, right. They're dead.
Yeah.
Right. That's dead.
Well, unless they sack and kill enough things.
Well, we also could have did this. I mean, first. And then we make double.
Oh wait, that thing enters with double the counters on it.
Yes. Yes. Right. That works with that.
Yeah, because it says enters with, right?
If you would make one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many counters on each of those.
Yeah, because how Zaxara says is you create a 0/0 green Hydra creature token, then put X +1 counters on it.
Mm-hmm.
So it does 100% work. So it would get double that. Man, we drew so many lands this game.
We're only playing. We're not playing that many.
No, now we only have
We're
one
playing
land.
37. 36, I mean.
One land again.
What is going on?
One colorless. Gotta love the shuffler.
But yeah, I mean, the deck looks sweet. This is how you build the Hydra version.
You know what's funny is like we're playing that, and I think every time we shuffled and drew up, I don't think we saw a Hydra. Saw everything except...
we have enough. It's one. Hold on. It's one.
It's weirdly set up again.
We have our commander. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, can't forget about that guy. 15, 16, 17.
It is low on the Hydra count.
Yeah, but like,
but it's not a strict tribal.
Yeah, you want to do the Hydras that have X for the most part, you know.
That's why there is a dice rolling Hydra.
Okay.
Ooh, with the Gyre Sage really early. Which you play, I think you play Biophagus first, because I think he hit the mana he makes. Puts an additional counter on the creature that enters.
Yep.
Which makes Gyre Sage better right off the bat.
And then we do land.
Oh, that makes Gyre Sage really good. Because it'll get the 3 counters on it.
So should we do it like this first?
I think we do that first. I think it also works with our commander too.
Okay, so that's a land just in case. So we go 1 and 1. We play it.
Set this.
Yeah, we set this to be first, so that it resolves first. Mm-hmm. Well, this is on cast, right?
Well, no, it's when it enters with it, right?
Yeah, enters with.
So, but still, it's a 2 power, right? So it still will trigger.
Yeah, so we'll still get the 3. That's
pretty good.
And then, okay.
Because it's making up the mana, I think it's worth holding the Balaged.
Oh, you think?
Yeah, because we just played 2 mana dorks and one of them taps for 4 mana or 5 mana.
No, I think we just play the land.
All right.
I don't think you should miss a land. It's fine. Okay. All right. So we definitely Kodama or Cultivate for 2 blue.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we play this. And then we have that's going to make 4.
It has to be green. 4, 5, 6. So we could play Elemental Bond and our commander, and have the triggers with Elemental Bond. Because Biophagus, it'll enter with 3 counters, triggering both Elemental Bond and Tribute to draw extra cards.
Okay, so Elemental Bond and our commander, which is going to get the counters.
It's going to get the counter from Biophages, so it's a 3/4. So Tribute to the World Tree sees it as a 3, as does Elemental Bond, so it'll draw 2 cards.
Nice. Awesome. This game's looking a lot better. This is what this deck wants to be doing.
Now, what's that caller thingy there, the green thing? Because I think we have enough mana to play both. That thing.
It's when it deals damage, it deals that much damage to everybody. Oh, this?
Yeah.
It's no, it puts additional counters on it's whenever you cast a creature spell with mana value 5 or greater, that creature enters with X additional where it's X that mana value -4. And then it gives creatures with 3 or more counters haste.
And okay. I guess so, because I was wondering if we could do something.
It can give itself haste, funny enough. Because the tribute will put a counter.
Oh yeah, it will. It will give it haste, so it'll tap for mana right away. Which then Elemental Bond will draw a card because you could set the trigger to be like have the counters put on with the World Tree and then Elemental Bond.
So we go like that.
Enters the counter, additional counter with Bio.
Mm-hmm. And then it gets. Is it 2 or 3 from tribute?
I think it might have only been 2, right? Because
it's 2, yeah.
So we have to remove 1 counter from Gyre Sage.
And then it draws from Elemental Bond. Ooh, that's a card. That's spicy. Okay. We play our land. Savala will have haste.
Well, no, it won't because it needs
a counter from the tribute to the World Tree.
No, it needs 3 or more counters.
Oh, 3 or more counters.
Yeah. But we can play the big the X Hydra using our command. Yeah.
5.
6, 7, 8, 9, and you use 10, 11.
Yep. We've only used 3. 1 from here, 1 from here, 1 from here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the dude, so 12 in total.
And we cast a 5 or greater. So it puts 12 minus 4. It adds an additional 8. Is that what I'm understanding? Whenever you cast a creature spell with 5 or greater, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counters on it where X is the mana value -4. Yes, so it gets an additional 8.
So it'd be 11 plus 8, be 19
Wait,
counters
is that on
it.
both cards? No, because you're not casting the copy. So it's... Okay, so that's from the commander. That's 12/12, right?
Yeah, because it's how much mana you spent, right?
For a commander?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or is it the X spell?
So, and then this enters... So this is... Enters the battlefield with X/1/1 counters on it. So it's going to get an additional 8. So this
Whenever
one's...
That's my event. Wait a minute. I'm just curious about how it's something.
So it's going to have 20 counters. And they're both going to draw 2 cards.
Oh, okay. So
what?
The Hydra will only be 11 because it's equal to the value of X, not the total mana value. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But this is still 20.
And when that thing
and we draw 2 cards for each of them.
Right.
And then this enters with X/1/1 counters on it. When it dies, we create another number of treasures. And we draw because of these. And then we untap everything. And look at all this gas. Should we Sun Quan them?
We get Sun Quan and play.
Or we could Silvala with the Tribute and the Biophagus. That seems better.
Yeah.
So we go 1, 2 Biophagus. Or
So
no. We can do this. Because that makes a green. And we cast this. And if we set these triggers properly, right?
Well, no,
this is on
Biophagus.
cast. Oh yeah, Biophagus is on cast. You're right.
I don't think we could get it to work this turn this way. No, I don't think so. I don't think we give it haste with its ability. But what we could do otherwise, so if we don't do it that way, we could play. No, we don't have to play Omnivore. We could play Omnivore. Oh no, we can't. I would say Omnivore Hydra and Sun Quan.
Wait, doesn't this evolve?
Oh yeah, it would evolve twice. Because both those creatures were bigger than it. So then maybe we can do one. So it's 5, 6, 7. So we have 5. So we have 3 mana dorks in play. Oh, 4 mana dorks in play, technically.
Well, 4 of these, yeah.
So we probably could play Sun Quan and Omnivore Hydra and go swinging.
I think I want to sell Vala. I just want to play. I want to be a little safe. So let's Silvala with this. Yeah. So how much does that make? It's 5.
Yeah, so we have 2 left over. So it'll get a count. It'll get 2 counters and draw a card
from the bond.
Yeah.
So we haven't played a land yet. We'll play a forest.
We could.
We have 2 mana floating. We could play.
We play Thrix. So next turn, him and Omnivore Hydra cost less, and we could actually leave it instant speed. So we could leave our counterspell, our heroic, and Thrax open to the end of turn stuff.
So do we want to do this differently then? Instead of using this, we just use 1, 2, 3,
and then would enter with 1 additional counter on it. But then it wouldn't put the. Then we actually would draw another card with the tribute then, because it would enter as a 3/4. Yeah, because it would enter with the 2 counters and. Well, no, just the 1 counter. Yeah, it would enter with the 1 counter, and then tribute wouldn't put a +1 counter on it because it's at 3. So we would just draw an additional card if we did that way.
Here we can just use this with the Silvala, and then it'll just be the tribute, and we draw the 1 like we did. And we have 7 cards in hand, so we're good. So now we can leave up Mana Drain if we need to, and the Thrix.
Yeah.
So we can do 5 and our commander, and we can jam this.
Which does work with that other person, so because its mana value is 5 or greater, it gets a +1 counter on it as it enters.
And then we can Mana Drain something that's huge.
And then we draw 2 cards with Elemental Bond and Tribute with Thrix.
Oh, with Tribute and
Yeah, so we would draw 2 cards.
Oh.
Well, it's better than a Sun Quan.
Okay.
So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Silvala with that 29, 28,
Hold
29,
on.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 37 mana into it. We could put 37 mana into 38 mana into it. -2. So it's 30. So 36 can't be countered.
Wait, and like if we Mana Drain something.
Right. So like I say, another 4 or 5. 41. It's lethal around the board. And we gain 123 life. Sweet. We did it.
Fun! Yay!
Yeah.
Magic! Sweet. Cool. I think we've made Zaxara before, right?
I think we did it more in the spell.
Why is it 99 again? Why does this keep happening?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Keep scrolling down. Let's see.
I'm not gonna know. Wait, was
Keep the
Archtop on the?
Oh, yeah, it's the first.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
All right, keep going. It's probably a card that we added. Keep going.
There's Savala.
Wait, go up, go up. Did it have the other Pinman's aura? The free from the real? Yep.
Yes.
Elemental. Doubling season. Okay.
Tribute. Does it feel like we're missing an enchantment? Is Vorinclex? Okay, there's the Vorinclex. Thrix. Is it Return?
Transfer managing plasma capture. No. We got the heroic. I think that's all good. 35 plus the NDFC is 36.
Shit.
Wait, go back to the top.
Oh, go back to the top, you said?
Yeah, is the bio guy there? Yeah, bio fate. Okay.
Is it Mana Gorger Hydra? Nope, that's there. Should we look at the log?
I go down to sorcery, instants and sorceries. I feel like it's probably like one of the last things we adjusted.
Archdruid Charm?
No, we didn't have that in there.
We should.
Oh wait, is there Entis Restoration? Because I think that was the last card we might have added.
Yep, you're right.
There it is.
Stupid. Should we add an Archdruids?
I mean, I like an Archdruid's Charm, but
The thing is, it doesn't search our combo, so it's not like so important. It would be
No.
better to play just like a generic tutor. Like
Yeah.
a Diabolic or like a...
Yeah, Diabolic Tutor.
Isn't there like an X tutor?
Yeah, Diabolic Revelations, I think it is.
We should play that. Even though it's like triple X, right?
So it's
Oh,
5
no.
and then X.
No, we should play this.
I
This
used
seems
to
good,
love
right?
this. I used to love this card with like back in the day when I would do Cabal Coffers and Urborg and like make 12 mana. Because then you search for X cards.
Like, I wouldn't play this guy, but considering that I don't want to add so many lands because it's going to up the price too much, I'm just going to, let him keep...
I think we cut like a draw effect then, because basically the tutoring is basically going to do the same thing that a draw effect is going to do. Because instead of drawing a bunch of like X cards, we're going to tutor the X cards that we want anyway.
So is it one of the... What is this?
So it basically goes to X equals 4, and you get 4 lands in it. So it's 6 mana, get 4 lands into play. Not terrible.
We got to make sure that we're playing enough X spells as well. Should we count? 1,
Maybe
2, 3, 4, 5. I also don't really like this guy.
which one?
6, this that just deals extra damage.
Oh.
Because he's not like an X. 1,
What if we replace him with another Hydra
2,
that has
3,
X?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're playing way too small amount of X cards. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's way too
All right,
low.
let's take out the Omnivore Hydra and put Vastwood Hydra.
And also I think this one as well that kills flyers.
Yeah.
We play some of the X ones.
So yeah, Vastwood Hydra just as an X, and then when it dies,
Well,
you get
do you like Mana Gorger or the Hydra Omnivore?
I think Omnivore is worse.
Okay. So I'm cutting two cards out.
Yeah.
And what are the two X Hydra?
Oh,
Do you have two X Hydras?
yeah. So I like Vastwood Hydra. Enters the battlefield with X counters on it. When it dies, you distribute the number of counters on it to among creatures you control. So like it's not wasted. And was it Broodmother Hydra? I think it is. It's the monstrous one. Or is it Broodmother Hydra? I think. Another one I also like is or no, that he might no, that one might have red in it. I think that's why.
Yeah.
No, it's Hydra Broodman. No, but it doesn't have X in its mana cost. Never mind. Um, you know, it's a cool. It's not Hydra. What's it called? I think it's instant sorcery.
What's
Well, aggressive biomancy. It's a newer card. It's 2X and a Simic. You create X tokens that are copies of a target creature you control.
Yeah, they don't have to be Hydras.
Except that when they enter the battlefield, they fight up the one target you don't control. So it's kind of like a Azuri's Predation, but you're making copy. But the thing is, it has to be a copy of a creature that has a power and toughness. Because if it's a +1 counters on it, they just miss.
Oh, so they maybe don't like this.
Yeah.
Could just play a pull from tomorrow. More draw.
I don't think draw is going to be as much of an issue, but
Yeah, okay, then.
but I do actually like pull from tomorrow. I don't know. I think it actually might be worth it. Yeah, just another draw X spell. The one I was looking at was called Neverwinter Hydra. It's 2X and 2 green, and when it enters the battlefield, you roll 6d6, and it enters with a number of +1 counters equal to the total result. It's got Trample and Ward 4.
It's an X?
Yeah. So worst comes to worst, like if like say you do it for like 6 man, like in
Another
theory,
winter, you said?
it's Neverwinter. I think Neverwinter, they make it one word. Yeah, there's Neverwinter Hydra. So you could potentially like not roll well. And also with like how our commander works, the total is what X is. So basically X becomes what double X. So if you do like 14 mana, you only get 7. Because now wants to look at maybe we don't need Kodama of the West Tree because I think we ramp fine.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And that'll bring the budget down a lot for them as well. That's what I was arguing about Kodama as well. Is like we're like playing the deck. I'm realizing that it has a fuck ton of mana. And also, an Archchurch Charm should just become one of the ramp spells, right? There
Oh,
are
yeah,
some
take out like
there are some creatures that are really good for us still. Like what's a broken creature for us? We have a lot. Should we just take out one of the... Is it Farseek?
Yeah, because Farsi can't grab the basics because we are mostly a basic deck.
Actually, Archer's Charm's gonna be impossible for him to cast. Actually?
Don't forget our commander can make 2 green.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Also, just like maybe just like a Feral Hydra. If
I
it's
was
like
thinking about that as well.
or what's the other one I really like? Actually, no, I would say it's not a plus. It's not a Hydra, but I love Defiler of Vigor because it puts +1 counters on everything.
Did I not cut? I thought I cut Farseek. Do we like Feral over Mana Gorger? Or no?
Yeah, because we kind of went away from the +1 counter build, and I think let's just play Feral, just more X spells.
Okay, we gotta cut one more card. This card's awesome.
Yeah. Maybe it's actually worth cutting the Elementalist palette. Because I think we do struggle to hit 2, even with a few extra plus X spells. It is on the lower count.
Which one?
That's the artifact that puts a counter on it when you cast a spell with X in its mana value. And then it can like make more. I feel like it's good though, but I don't know. If we don't have that many, another X spell I also really like is Curse of the Swine.
That is a fun one.
Because that's a nice X
I'm gonna
removal
put that in
spell
the maybe
too.
board.
And then the other one I can think of is Mistcutter Hydra. It can't be countered, protection from blue, and just has +1 counters, but and it has those haste.
Oh, that's better than the other guy, right?
The Feral, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Feral's cool just because you can put more +1 counters on it over time. But
Okay.
Feral's up at the top.
No, I think Feral's better then. Actually, it can't be countered. You said? Didn't they print a new version of this?
It's red.
There was. Oh, it's red.
It's the dragon. It's like the Ferocious or whatever dragon. It got some standard play. God, this makes me want to rebuild Gargaros.
Hmm. Okay. We still have one card to cut.
Mm-hmm. Do we put in that copy card or no?
No, because if it doesn't work with the big boys, then yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't think it works that well with like X shit.
Okay, I think Torrent, like the gutsy explorer dude, because he can only spend this mana only to cast spells with mana 5 or greater, or X. So if we have a spell in our hand, if we don't have either of those,
Should we check how many things we have that are 5 or greater? Because I think
well,
I think it's a lot. 5. Hold on, is this?
and it's X spells too. So keep in mind, any X spell also could hit that
All right,
too.
wait. Should we be playing up the beanstalk? What are we doing? Up the beanstalk's insane.
Then we just had to take out I don't know what. Then we take out what we take out for it then.
Uh. Yeah, we can cut this guy. It only makes 2, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, we have much better. Fnatic is 100 times a better card. It'll always make 4.
And we put Savala in, who wasn't originally in there. And
Yeah, which is 100 times better. So we gotta cut one more. Yeah, we gotta play up the beanstalk. That card's gonna be insane.
Did Up the Beanstalk get banned in Standard? I don't remember, or no?
It was modern immediately.
Modern.
Because what happened is they banned
the evoke creatures.
They banned Fury, and then they still banned Up the Beanstalk, knowing it was still going to be the next best deck, because they were playing all the Delve cards with it.
And the thing is, because you're modern, you can run more than one. Like people were doing it in Standard, in the Atraxa deck, you'd run 3 of these and play a ley line, a binding for 1 mana and draw 3 cards.
That's cute. How about two Up the Beanstalks out, and I force a will you in Legacy?
Yeah.
How's that sound?
Yeah.
The free counter. That makes you go minus, and now you go neutral. Seems fair.
Yo, wait. I found a better X card. Rampaging Yogwai.
What is that?
So it's a 2/2 that enters the battlefield with X counters on it. When it enters the battlefield, destroy any number of target artifacts or enchantments, total mana value X or less. So it's Rampaging YAU. Wait, sorry, YAO. No, YAO.
Oh, Y, sorry.
There he is. He's third from the top.
This thing?
He's a weird. Yeah, so you get to destroy total. So it is equal to the mana value X or less. So it's not like destroy X, but still, it's enchantment and artifact removal. And if you put enough mana in it, you could hit multiple.
Cool.
So I like him more than the Hydra that does the dice rolling. Let's chuck him out. The issue with the 2X spells is that
this one?
the combined total is what X is. So like if you do 14, because it's 2X, it's each X is 7, so you'd only get 7, or you only get half the amount for the commander.
Okay, so we still need to cut one card. I do think this is going to be good.
I think with the extra draw and stuff, and we put another draw card in there with X, I think we could get rid of a Rishkar's type effect.
Is it?
Because I think we're drawing. Yeah, I think drawing X at times. I mean, it's going to do just about the same. But I think we get better value out of X cards as compared to that. Because sure, we get the big draw, but playing the pull from tomorrow synergizes with our deck better.
So which one would you want to cut? Return or... I guess Rishkar's is a little better.
Yeah, so I cut return. The +1/+1 we don't really care about because they're going to be huge. And there we go. I think that's a little bit better.
I'm going to put the Garuk's Pack Leader in the maybe board as well. In case he wants to play them all.
You could also run... There's a Hydra for this, too. It's like a Turtle Hydra. That one... It's a creature like...
Doesn't Vaultborn and Tyrant work as well?
Probably.
Yeah, it's anything 4 or greater. You gain 3 life and draw a card. But he's so expensive. Wait, why is it still saying 101? I thought we cut a card.
Did you just add that? Did you just add it and not put it in the maybe board?
Maybe. What were the 2 things I said? Vaultborn Tyrant? Did I say something else?
No, it didn't add Voltborn. It didn't add the Voltborn. Did something not get removed? Actually, you know what? do a save and refresh, because remember, like it messed up our numbers, and it was like, why are we missing one? See how it says legal up top?
Oh my god, and there's no soul ring. What the hell's happening?
Oh wait, no, Soul Ring is in there. I think it reset. Yeah, see, it's still there. Shift it because it's doing the weird how it spreads it out again by categories. Yeah, so go up top. See it. Oh wait, now it says there's 101 again. Oh, there it is. It put the Grook's pack leader in the deck.
Yeah. Which would be good in there. So. Okay. I think that's good.
Oh wait, Tom. So you know the commander one? What if we swap it out for Gadwick? Or we cycle out the pull from tomorrow for a Gadwick, because it does basically the same thing. So what do you think? Gadwick, the Wizened, he's a Blue Sun Zenith ETB. He doesn't get counters, but whenever you cast a blue spell, you get to tap a target not only permanent opponent controls.
Sure. Over one of the draws.
Yeah, out of the pull from tomorrow. Because the thing with pull from tomorrow and him, sure, it's 1 more mana for Gadwick, but you have to discard a card with pull from tomorrow. So the 1 extra card you get, you end up discarding. So you end up the same amount of cards in your hand at the end of it.
How much blue are we playing? I think it's a good amount.
Don't forget, our commander and 1 island work.
Yeah, we're still 20 pips, so we're good.
I forgot about Gadwick. He's a cool X spell. That's got utility afterwards.
All right, so I think that's that.
You know what? I thought of another one that we could run. That might be better than like a generic Hydra. It's Aberrant. He has the Ravenous effect. So if X is 5 or more, you draw a card when he enters. That was from the Tyrannid stuff.
Aberrant Overlord?
No, it's just Aberrant. It's Aberr. Top one. Yeah, there he was. So he has got Ravenous, so he enters with the counters. He has Trample, and whenever he deals combat damage to a player, destroy target artifact or enchantment that player controls.
That's not bad. I'm going to put it in the maybe board because he wants the flavor of the Hydras for now, so we'll keep it that way. Because he did say that we could potentially like swap to like a more optimal just X counters deck. But we could just leave it this way.
Oh, you know, you could put in the maybe board too, Bloom Tender, because Bloom Tender also goes infinite with the
oh right,
with the Freed from the Real.
Yes. All right. So
some last minute Brain Blast cards I didn't think about.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yep. Seems good. I like it. It makes a fuck ton of mana and then it casts X spells. It's doing its thing. I think we did a good job with it. I don't know if I'm gonna release a video for it. But you know, because we've done Zaxara already, I believe, a long time ago.
And this is more of an editing of someone else's deck. I mean,
yeah, I have uploaded stuff like that before, but not so much when we're like editing. Like I did upload Marty's deck, I believe, the Pauper one, but I thought it'd be fun to show a Pauper deck because we've never done that. So, we'll do this one next time. I'll save that for next time. I'll send the list to Drew. And I think we did an amazing job with this deck over here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I'm just making sure that everything is correct because we've had a lot of problems with this program today.
Yeah, and we are under budget.
Yes, he said under 500. So,
and it's a decent amount of $70
you know,
under budget.
a lot of people. I noticed a lot of people say that. Like whenever people give us a budget, it's like in the $400 to $500 range. That is like the large majority of what people are comfortable with making. But all right, that was fun. This deck looks fucking awesome. This is a really fun commander. And I'll DM it to them.
Sounds good.
All right, that was fun. We'll see you guys next week. Look for the YouTube videos this weekend. We love you guys, and bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.